And good evening.
We're live with the Brian Hour, aka the Vegan Hour, and here's my special guest for this evening, Larry, Len plus Harry equals Larry Bowman.
I've just been hijacked on the show, don't you?
Time you got interviewed, mate.
It is, actually. That's going to happen.
Yep, that's happening now.
Well, it's not happening now, but it is going to happen.
All right,
so with that crazy, wacky beginning to episode 25 of the Vegan Hour, we are... I am here with my good mate, animal rights activist Brian. Welcome aboard, Brian.
Thank you very much.
And thank you for everyone I can see that's starting to come online. That is excellent. This is Tuesday, July the 18th, and we have a very small studio audience whose name we won't mention. I won't do that to you. And let's get the events, a couple of events coming up. Oh, let me start off by saying we are sponsored by Vegan Frothers. Vegan Frothers.
By their attire, they donate most of their profits to all their profits. All their profits to places like Sugarshine Farm Sanctuary and Farm Animal Rescue.
I tell you what, this is the Brian Hour because he's got all the information. And Burleytown Storage, that's the sponsors of the Vegan Hour. Now, this weekend, this Sunday, the place to be if you're in Brisbane, go to the Brisbane Vegan Twilight Markets. It starts at 12 o'clock. This will be their first Twilight Markets. So they're doing 2 markets a month now. They've been doing 1 market a month up until now. So they're doing 2. So this is their first one. Starts at 12 o'clock. Goes to 8 p.m. in Boundary Street, West End. And if you're here on the coast, Cube of Truth at 10 a.m. at Burleigh Heads at Justin Park.
I'll be there.
So yeah, we'll be there. So let's have a quick look on the browser and see how we look in real life. No, we're not in real life. We're in the browser live. Oh, look, hang on. We're there in the virtual world. Yes, we are there. That's great. And there's people sharing it already. Thank you. Excellent. Okay, now, so for those that don't know, Brian is a vegan.
I am.
He's an animal rights activist. And I've invited him onto the show because I've known Brian a while, and what I've seen is remarkable growth in his ability to just take what he knows is right in the heart and to present it to people. And he's been doing it through different campaigns, through talking to people. And I've been really, really impressed with what I've seen. So tonight, it is the Brian Hour. It's all about Brian tonight. So, and Beck says, hey dudes, sending the love. Thank you, Beck. And Hannah says, awesome guys. Oh, thank you, Hannah, wherever you are.
Hey, Hannah.
Wherever you are. Okay. Right. So, Brian, you're a vegan.
I am. Last time I checked.
Excellent.
So.
Let's hope it stays that. So, I actually don't know much about your vegan journey. So let's start off with, how long have you been vegan?
I've been vegan since September 31st, 2015.
Okay, so 18 months.
About that, yeah.
About 18 months, okay. Why did you become vegan? What was the reason? What was the inspiration?
Okay, well, in 2013, my New Year's resolution was to go vegetarian because I love animals.
In 2013, you went vegetarian?
Yeah,
okay.
ever since I was a little kid, I loved animals. And actually, when I was a little kid, I thought I needed my protein and my meat. So I stopped eating Australian native animals when I was like 10. I was an Ozitarian. And,
okay, you stopped eating Australian native animals.
Yeah, because I thought I needed protein and meat when I was a little kid.
Yeah.
So that was my compromise.
So what native animals would you have been eating that you stopped eating?
Well, I wasn't eating any, but I just refused to eat any from that point. Like, I knew the opportunity would come along or whatever.
Yeah,
so I got like emu pie or whatever. I'm like, no.
I was going to say that'd be pretty rare, wouldn't it?
Yeah. So, like, you know, I've always loved animals. I hated fishing and stuff. I've done it, but I just never liked it. Did one of my brother, but, you know, just didn't want to keep doing it.
Yeah.
So, 2013, I went vegetarian for the animals. And I was vegetarian for almost 2 years. And then I went through, like, a bit of a veggie life crisis. And I actually went back to eating animal products.
Wow.
7 months, and I felt nothing but guilt, like.
Yep.
And I was like, oh. And I was testing some health stuff too, which.
So you felt you actually didn't feel good about it.
No, horrible.
But how did you actually feel? So that was like emotionally. How did you feel physically? You felt like blur physically as well, or?
Yeah, well, I was in a pretty rough patch at the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, my weight went on pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, my headspace was really bad.
Yeah,
but the big thing for me was like, it probably seemed like I did it to get healthy, which I definitely did, and I lost like 30 kilos. But it was, I just felt guilty. Every day I just felt guilty. I was like, what's wrong with me? What's done? You know, so I went through this rough patch. However, if it wasn't for that, I might not have ever become vegan. Because like my intention was to go vegan January 1st, 2016. So I was like, all right,
Okay.
I'll make it my New Year's resolution
That's it.
and I'll warm into it.
That's good. Yeah.
And then about, on September 31st, my
Yeah.
beautiful niece, Chantel,
Yeah.
she sent me a video of Gary Rossi's famous speech.
Oh, yes. Yeah, was it the best, what they bill it as? The best speech?
Best speech ever, yeah.
Yeah.
So less than 60 minutes later, I swore I'd be a vegan and never eat animal products again.
Fantastic. Wow.
So that's a thing too. If you're not a vegan and you're watching this,
Mm-hmm.
no vegan's perfect. We all slip up. We all make mistakes. Even if, let's just say, you've been vegan for 10 years, you have a brain fart and you eat an animal
I hope
product.
that's not smelly.
Yeah, you eat an animal product or something, or most new vegans who aren't too sure might do it. Yeah, don't beat yourself up over it. Like, especially if it was a mistake. But that happens, Like, just get back on and just keep on going. Like, veganism is not perfect. So I really hope that people don't bash down on vegans, because veganism is not perfect. You're going to stand on ants, going to use car fumes and stuff. Veganism is about doing the least damage possible,
Now, see, what I love about you is what we're seeing now. This is Brian coming from the heart. This is passion. Once you connect in there, it just comes out. And this is where Brian has tapped into this and been able to sort of just promote the vegan message by tapping into that. And I love that. So it means you don't come along with a prepared speech when you're talking. You just come along and you just go, this is what I know is right, and you just go from there. Yeah, that is fantastic. So we got Sonia says, really proud of you, Brian. Excellent.
Oh, thanks, Sonia. That's my auntie, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't seen her for quite a long time. This is family distance and stuff like that.
Yes.
But I'm pretty sure before I was even vegetarian, she was a vegetarian. And I think she might be a vegan now, so that's pretty cool.
Oh, well, Sonia, have you made the transition to vegan? We're happy to have you comment on that. And, okay, so, gosh, we look funny on the screen there, don't we? Hang on, I'll just get rid of that. Okay.
I always look funny.
So you knew the right thing to do was to be vegan.
Yeah.
But you weren't, would it be right to say that you weren't actually really confident in approaching people or in talking in public or something, any of those areas? How were you?
I think I was like, I'd have like my ups and downs sort of
Right.
thing. Like I've always been sort of out there. Like if you know me through my whole life, I'd have my hyperactive moments and stuff.
Okay.
But in regards to stuff that I have done, I'm terrified before ever doing it.
Now, I'll just, Sonia, your auntie says she's been vegan about 12 months. Respect.
You rock.
You rock. That's right. You rock. Yeah. The entire audience agrees as well. They're all nodding.
And
So,
want to point out too, it's kind of a personal thing, but I feel it might make people relate to me a little bit more. When I actually went back to eating meat products after I was vegetarian, I actually was struggling really heavily with anxiety and depression for the first time in my life. And I still have anxiety now.
yes.
So like, I combat that, but I don't let it hold me back. Yeah.
Now that's a good point that I want to touch on as well. That you acknowledge that you have anxiety, but you don't let it hold you back.
No way.
Yeah, excellent. That's fantastic. Now, one of the first things I saw you do, or I first became aware of, that you were sort of stepping outside your comfort zone, was when you recited a poem on a vegan poem.
Yeah.
Was it one or two vegan poems?
I did one.
You did one vegan poem.
I'm pretty sure I wrote it the night I went vegan, but I didn't recite it until 8 months later when the opportunity came up from my friend Hannah, who was going to a poetry slam.
I believe Hannah is watching.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she's somewhere.
She's somewhere too.
But yeah, she asked me to go to a poetry slam with her, and I thought she was taking part too. And I was like, all right, I'll go along to this poetry slam. And I was like, I'm not going to have any of my activist buddies with me or whatever. I'm going to go there, no vegan, except Hannah, obviously. And then I get there and she's not going anymore. And I'm like,
good on you, Hannah.
And I'm absolutely petrified.
If you're watching.
So I'm absolutely petrified at this point, because I've written a couple of things when I was younger, but...
So you're there on your own, with your own material, at this poetry slam that you've never been to.
Like 200 or 300 people watching,
Really?
Yeah, about that.
Was that here on the coast?
Yeah,
not a place down at Crumb, by any chance?
Yeah, but it's called. I wish Hannah was here so she could remind me.
Yeah.
I think she's watching, right?
I think she's watching. How much can we do the Hannah joke tonight? Okay, it's an in joke. There's a reason for it. I wonder what it could be. Yeah, hi out there, Hannah. Oh, she's sending love. Wow, from so far away. That's fantastic. All right, so enough of this. Let's try and be semi-serious. Why should we be serious? I mean, I've been serious some of my life. So, how did you go? How did you go? You were.
I was so scared.
Yeah.
I remember I was so terrified, but like, I don't know, I think I must have come up like half out of the 20 people who did poems or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I was scared, like I said, but you know, I just went for it.
So you had a lot of fear, a lot of anxiety going through your head.
Yeah, had a lot of fear.
And through your body as well, I
Yeah,
guess. Yeah, like really sort of shaky and, yeah. So how did you push through that?
I guess for me, it's like, it's not just because like I was scared because I was sharing something that was deep to me. But
yes, well, that's one thing, yes.
A big part of it was I went there I didn't invite anyone else really.
Right.
Like I wanted to see how it'd go without my vegan activist backup. Like I wanted to see how I'd handle a situation where I didn't have that support network all the time. And yeah, like literally pretty much everything I do is like I remind myself this is for the animals, for the good of the planet.
Excellent.
So
excellent.
Yeah.
So does that shift your thinking away from it being about you and more about, you know, is towards a good cause? Yeah. So that helps shift the anxiety, doesn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Anyway.
Hannah's made a really nice comment there. Brian, you should share the video of your poetry slam. It is amazing. I've actually shared it before, and I'll put a link to that after the show. But unless Hannah's got the link that she can find. I know she's pretty good with technology, so we'll see how she goes. I'm getting some funny looks there from members of the audience. So anyway,
it's on my vegan life change page.
Yes, on your even sharing the vegan life change page is a possibility too. So we could do that. So that was that the start of sort of you pushing yourself for the animals, sort of pushing yourself a bit, or was there any?
I think there was something before that actually.
Was there? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure actually. I think so.
Well, let's just say that was one of the beginnings.
One of the beginnings.
Okay, we'll work with that. So then, from that point, what I've seen in more recent times, I mean, when was the poetry slam? Was that this year or last year?
It was last year.
Last year. Okay, yeah. So what I've seen in it's a conversation going on behind the scenes between Beck and Hannah. It's now the Beck and Hannah hour. You thought it was the Brian hour?
I might as well them.
Anyway, it's good. We're having a lot of fun, which is good. I need a bit of fun. So I've seen in recent times you started popping up a lot behind a microphone.
I have.
And I think this is awesome. And
I got thrown into that as
well. Sometimes that's how it works.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that's you get thrown into it, and you sort of have to trade one fear against another, if that's the right way of describing it. Like you might, if you've been asked, would you do this? You would probably say, oh no, I don't want to do that, because the fear might come up. But when you're pushed into it, then it's like, oh, I've got to do it, because the other fear of how I'm seen if I don't do it is the two competing fears. Does that make any sense?
Sort of.
It's like, yeah, that's maybe I'm not explaining it very well, but Amanda has put up Brian's poetry slam. Good on you, Amanda.
Oh, thanks.
And
Amanda's awesome.
And Stephen, you're awesome, Amanda.
Steve's awesome.
And he is.
Everyone who's commented is awesome, actually. I know everybody here.
Well, this is one of the things. If you don't know Brian, he has the biggest heart of anyone I've ever met, and he just is so well loved and respected, and we're getting nods from all the audience members. So and yeah, Stephen from Flower and Life Bakery is
opposite movie world in Huntsville on the Gold Coast.
What was that? The big opposite movie world?
Opposite movie world.
That was a quick shout out for it. So okay, so tell us a little bit about some of these events that you've been to and what you found effective, what you've talked about. Should we take it event by event, or just what?
I wouldn't mind starting at the start of my activism journey, I suppose.
Please, yeah. It's always starting at the beginning. Starting at the beginning is always a good place.
I got to go into activism.
Into activism. Here we go.
Hooked up my James Asby.
There we go. Animals.
Here you go, ladies.
And they've gone for it too. I wish we had a second camera pointing that way, because you can see what's going on behind these two cameras. Let's just say that audience members are swinging the suit around. Anyway, it's fun. You should be here. It's a lot of fun. Okay.
Shirts from James Asby, by the way.
Shirts from James Asby.
Support him. He's an amazing activist.
Definitely. He was on the show about 3 weeks ago, which was awesome. An awesome show. He's yeah. So start at the beginning.
Okay. So I remember January last year. I didn't even really look at. I mean, I knew it was activism, but I just didn't realize activism was a big thing. and it was Walk for the Voiceless, and I believe Beck O'Brien got me to do that one.
Ah,
Beck's awesome. Beck was actually I'm pretty sure she was my first vegan friend.
Was that here at Burley?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yes, I know that event. Yes.
So quick shout out to Beck. She was my first vegan friend when I first went vegan. I met her on a group or something, and then she just gave me heaps of tips and pointers and pointed me in the right direction. Just helped me just transition to veganism.
Big shout out to Beck from Young Gold Coast Vegans.
Yeah, Beck rocks.
Yeah. Ooh.
And I'm pretty sure she got me to go to the Walk for the Voiceless as well. And
and she's acknowledged that it was at Burley. Yes. And she got you off eggs. There you go. You don't even remember that.
Oh, that's right. I mean, I was already vegan, but like I messaged her about because I was like, oh, what's wrong with eating eggs from like like a pet chicken or something like that. Yeah. And she just gave me some pointers about that, and I was like, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I never touch eggs again. So thanks,
Excellent. Yeah. That is great. Good on you, Beck. Okay, so you didn't speak at this event, did you? No. But that was the start of actually putting yourself out there in the public.
Yeah, I guess so. It was more like. It was just like, oh, there's an opportunity to help animals walk with a voice. Okay, I'll do it. I mean, it wasn't really scary, so I didn't have to talk. So I did that.
You didn't find it a little bit scary to sort of just be promoting the cause to the public and maybe how they would react? Maybe?
There was people handing out flyers and stuff, and I actually did feel a bit nervous about that. I felt a bit awkward going up to people. And I just come off a big year of anxiety and depression and stuff too. So I was finally like getting back into the swing of things, I suppose. And trying to conquer those fears or whatever. So I did that day, and that day was great. I was pretty happy with it. But I didn't really look at myself as like an animal rights activist. I just saw this opportunity to raise awareness for animals, and I just went and did it.
To help out. So
I didn't know about like Cupid Truth or Anonymous with the Voiceless or Earthlings Experience or anything like that. But then about 6 months later, I was online, and Danny Hansen, a lovely guy, he posted in a group about an event called Loud for Animal Rights that was going to be at Surfers Paradise.
What was the event called?
Loud for Animal Rights.
Loud for Animal Rights.
So this is a bit more of the harder style of activism. But I saw that, and they just want people to hold signs. They're going to be putting on a bit of a display. And I intended to go to that. And actually, the day that was happening, I was getting really bad anxiety. And I was hanging out with my friend Crystal. I don't know her last name off the top of my head, but she's awesome. She's expecting a baby too, so congratulations. And I hung out with her that day, and I was like, I don't know if I'm going to go. And then she messaged me later on, and was like, you should go. And I don't know, it was just that little thing. I was like, yeah, okay. And I'm cruising along, and I'm walking to the event, and I'm starting to get pumped. I'm like, all right, let's do it. All right, I can do this. And I get there, right, and this is people who've got anxiety and stuff, and I'm thinking, all I've got to do is just hold a sign. Everyone else is doing the talking and stuff. Like, anyone can do that. Right? So I'm holding the sign. I start holding it above my head. And then I see people are like walking past, and they're reading the sign. They're not stopping, but they're paying attention. I'm like, damn, this is working. I was empowered by that.
Yes, that's excellent.
And Danny, he was on a megaphone. You might call it preachy, whatever, but he's sharing facts and information some people might stop and pay attention to. So he's doing that. And I remember I kind of had something I wanted to say, and I was looking at him. He's like, you want to say something? I'm like, yeah. And you know what? When I had the megaphone, I wasn't scared because I was doing it for the animals. The only reason I might have hesitated was because I was worried about saying the wrong thing. I didn't want to share information that's incorrect. So I paused a little bit, did it for a couple of minutes, and I get back to him. And I was like, maybe I could do that. But, so anyway, we finished the event. And then I had an event after that called the Earthlings Experience. And I met a lot of lovely people. Actually, there's probably 3 guys that started around the same time I did. I think at that first event, I met Matt Sybil. You've had him on the show.
Matt's been on the show,
We're like the 3 Famigo activists, that's what we call ourselves.
The 3 what?
Famigos.
That's good.
So I met a lot of lovely people, but I'd like to special mention to Matt Sybil. And the following event, Earthling Experience, I met Joshy Kwan.
Joshy.
We've kind of like, we literally are like brothers. So we do all this, activist brothers, we do all this sort of stuff together. And
Joshy's on the show in 2 weeks.
Fantastic. That'll be good. That'll be really good. And then after this Earthlings Experience, we just hold this. Actually, we're holding a screen up. So people can come and see the footage. It's kind of like Keep It Truth, but different title. And I remember there was people looking at the screens while I had a mask on. And so, I was just doing what I was comfortable doing, not talking. Which seems crazy. And these people asking questions and stuff, but there was no one available to talk to them. And I'm like, man, this is going to help animals. I'm like, stuff this. I took a mask off, and I'm starting having this full-on conversation with this person for ages.
Excellent.
And I was like, that's not so bad. And there was there's another event after that, but I'll skip that real briefly. I remember, I think it was Keep It Truth. well later after that.
Yeah.
And I'm in the sign and it's hot and stuff, and I'm just hearing people talking. And I'm like, I could do better than hold this sign. And I asked her, I think it was Siobhan who was running it, and she stopped doing Keep Truth Gold Coast temporarily. Yeah. And she's like, okay. And then I started doing the talking, and he used really good feedback of it from my outreach. But after the Earthlings experience, which I mentioned earlier, I went to another megaphone event in Brisbane. And this one, Danny Hansen wasn't going to be there. So he needed a replacement, which is going to be a lovely guy, whose name I won't mention because of the description of the situation. But he's super intelligent. This guy is the bomb. A little hint, he's got this beautiful little dog that follows him everywhere. But yeah, he's super intelligent dude. Like he knows his stuff. And he went to go on the megaphone, and he kind of crumbled. He was like real nervous. He was reading his little chants of his phone, and it was making it look bad. Like he was just the fear was obvious. And believe me or not, but literally the thought went through my head. It's like, this is for the animals. I got to do something. I'm like, I took it off him, and I just went for it. And I'm like, 260 million animals are being killed every day. Blah blah blah. And everyone's like, what the hell, Brian? I'm like, and I did it for like 3 hours, and I just had it.
So what? Can we say what event that is, or
that was another Loud for Animal Rights event.
That was allowed for animal rights.
Okay. So they don't do that too much anymore. But they did one on the Gold Coast, and then I did one on West End. So
basically, you really stood up and did your thing, didn't you?
Yeah, I was a bit surprised with myself.
I was a bit surprised. I saw photos of you and videos of later events. I'm like, wow, where's this Brian come from? Doing all that stuff. It's like, I've got to interrupt you for a second there, Brian, because we've had some comments coming through. Some really nice comments. Liz says legend. I've missed a couple of comments there. Good on you, Liz. You're a legend too. Looking Hulk, B right. The three Amigos are awesome. Amanda says, and Hannah, wow, she's persistent. What's he saying? Loving this guy. So I just have one question before my phone dies. What advice would you give to someone who has a fear of stepping into activism and speaking, but really wants to do it?
Awesome. Okay,
Good question.
I was kind of going to highlight that a second ago.
Good question.
When you go to activism events, you are not alone. You're going to meet so many beautiful, passionate people who care about animals just as much as you. And that's it. We're all there. We're all on the same team. Like, I can even say that I've had like a couple of disagreements with friends in the activism community. Every time we go to that show, it doesn't matter what's happened. We're good now. But when we go to the activist event, we've got each other's back no matter what. We leave our stuff home. We go there. We hug each other, and we do it. So like when I get up there, this doesn't happen. It's never happened. I've never had anyone be violent towards me out of the dozens of maybe 100+ events I've done now. But like, I've got like 20 people that are backing me up, and they want to see me succeed, just like I want to see them succeed. So if you go to an event, you're going to have that support network.
There's a lot of support, isn't there?
Yeah, 100%.
And a lot of love too.
Oh, every time.
Everyone on the same page, all working for the same goal.
Like for events like Keep the Truth.
That's what I've discovered. A lot of love. Just awesome. Everyone hugging each other and just wanting the same.
Nothing but support.
The same end result. Which is fantastic. There's a couple of good comments come through there. Benjamin says, yeah, boys, or something like that. Beck says, so proud of you. Iris says, so lucky to have worked with Brian. He started the Cube of Truth in Toowoomba. Truly lucky to know this guy. I tell you what, talking about the love.
I was nervous about that too.
Well, see, actually,
thank you.
Let's talk about the Cube of Truth in Toowoomba.
Can I say one thing real quick?
Please.
In terms of like starting an activist event, like you don't have to start as a talker. Like I said, Cube of Truth, you can put a mask on, hold a sign, stand there. You don't have to do anything. There's been events like, I said like there has been points earlier on when it was more new, where some people would be talking in front of me, but I could have just not responded, but I chose to talk. But if you're holding a sign and people are trying to talk to you, someone like me who's an outreacher now, I'll come over and be, hey, you want to have a conversation? We'll talk about it. You don't have to do it. You just stand and hold a sign, and you're just as important as me. Because if I'm just some random on the street going up talking to them, they're not going to listen to anything I say. If you got that sign there, it gets their attention. Usually I'm going to listen to. If you got that sign there, it gets their attention. You just got to stand and hold the sign. You wear a mask. They're not going to know who you are. So if you're anxious or nervous about activism, you've also got that. You just start off holding a sign. Yeah, that's a really valid point, and that Cube of Truth gives that opportunity. Yeah, because you can stand there, and also some of the events in Brisbane done by Farm Animal Rescue, which is where they're got the pay-per-view, I think they call it, which is quite different. The Farm Animal Rescue one,
the Farm Animal Rescue one, which actually I want to get onto. We talked about. Well, we're going to talk about the Cube of Truth in Toowoomba. but also I've got something else I want to ask you, which just fell out of my head. It just went out.
Oh, sorry.
But anyway, that happens. But while I'm mentioning farm animal rescue, I just want to do a quick segue there because on last week's show, we talked about what had happened that day with farm animal rescue, and this is a very important thing, how the Queensland government was trying to build farm animal rescue $300,000 for a road upgrade.
Yeah.
Now that started a petition. That started a video. It started a written petition. It started a video petition with lots of people doing short video clips. The fantastic result so far is that today the government has agreed to look into that further. Yeah, so it's amazing. I can't remember the exact wording of what they've said, but essentially they're looking into it further. So what's happening is the petition that's been put together that was going to be delivered to the government this Thursday is now being put on hold because it's been suspended. It's not actually going to be personally delivered because there's not the need to do that right at the moment because the government has acknowledged what's going on and they're actually going to try and go. So we'll see what happens. But it's a step. It's a step. Yeah. We hope it's a step in the right direction. So a big shout out to everyone that did the video support for that did the petition and shared it because there was a lot of people sharing this.
And it goes to show that, like I said, just you holding that sign, that one person doing something makes a difference. You know, a couple of grains here, but 1,000 of us and more of us, you know, that does make a difference. You know, you'll get people, even vegans are like, activism doesn't work. But the world started off with one vegan, right? Just like just one activist. So we're going to have like 1 million activists one day making a difference. Cube of Truth started in Melbourne. It's every capital city of Australia now. It's in Toowoomba. It's across the world. It's UK, New York. You know, it all starts somewhere. So it starts with you.
Yeah, and I like what you said there. It started off with one vegan. Yeah, I like that. We've had Kathy from Rockhampton says, how can I get into activism living in regional Queensland? So
my advice would be to look up local vegan groups. And you know what? Like I said,
it's good.
Big thing. Starts with one person. You could be the person to start that activism. You get other vegans together and look into stuff. Ask other areas that do it. But what do we do? How do we do Cube of Truth? Message Cube of Truth Anonymous for the voiceless. Make it happen. You could be the person to start activism in Rockhampton. How awesome would that be?
That is fantastic. I've thought of an idea actually. There's a comment there I'll come back to in a second. But to get into activism, there is a friend of mine a vegan friend of mine in Sydney who is in a wheelchair, and I've seen where
Tabling, maybe?
Tabling.
There's a thing called tabling where you can just set up a table and just have flies.
Well, he's there in his wheelchair in the middle of the city with like, you know, posters on either side of it and information and all that there. And he sits there all day and lets people come to him and, you know, it's like, so that doesn't slow him down. The fact that he can do that is fantastic. So there's always, if you've got as you've shown, if you've got the passion, there's a way of expressing it, you know. So, Debbie says the farm animal rescue petition has grown from 17,000 to 25,000 today. The audience is smiling a lot at that. That's pretty impressive. That's really good.
25,000. Really?
That is
19,000 yesterday, I'm pretty sure, or something.
Okay. That is fantastic. Yeah. Joe says, look at those guns on right. Sorry, Harry. Yeah, Harry doesn't have any. Yeah.
Yeah, a lean green.
That's it. Guns of peace, of course. You guys are awesome. Amanda says, Kathy, try Animal Liberation Queensland. You can contact us through the website or the Facebook page. Thank you, Amanda, for that. And Jean from Jacaranda Animal Advocates Movement says, hi, Harry, you are sure getting some movers on your vegan house. Good on all these dedicated people. Yes, well, it's easy to get them on because there's so many people wanting to help the animals these days, which is fantastic.
Share the
video. Muscles looking nice, Brian. Can we get a flex? Can we get a flex? Oh yeah, that's good. Yeah, not bad. Look out, Mr. Asper. You've got competition. All right. Okay. So let's jump to the Cube of Truth in Toowoomba.
Okay.
So to get that started, you'd already done quite a few cubes here on the coast and in Brisbane, is that right? Yeah. So you knew what the format was of it.
Yeah.
And for those that are not familiar with it, there might be some people not familiar with it. Can you tell the audience what the Cube of Truth involves?
Yeah, sure. So basically, the Cube of Truth is an activism event where we'll have people who stand in a cube formation they will all wear a mask. They're not allowed to speak whatsoever. And they will either hold a sign which says, stop to see why we're here, or the truth. Maybe some other signs in other situations. There are rules behind it. And there'll be people holding footage, like a TV screen even, or a laptop, which will show footage of what happens to animals in slaughterhouses and stuff. And most Cuba troops, it's all Australian footage, in Australia anyway. And the public will walk by and they'll see this and they'll stop and have a look. And there'll be a group of outreachers like myself and Harry. You're 50-50, you do a bit of both. And when we see public come up and we see them watching the video, we'll give them a bit of a break. And when we see them taking it in, like for me, I'll go up and be like, hey, how you going? And they're like, yeah, good, whatever. And they're like, pretty messed up, eh? Well, what do you think of this? And then we'll just have a conversation about it. I'll talk about veganism. Some people will be like, whatever. A lot of people are like, wow, yeah, this is wrong. And yeah.
So,
veganism.
What do you find in talk, because you've spoken to quite a few people that have come to these, what do you find generally, are most people against animal cruelty?
Oh, yeah, definitely, yeah.
So then they acknowledge that. So what's the next, when you're talking to them, what's the next step? Do they sort of want to do something about it? Or what do you find? Like, I'm just generalising here. It's very hard to generalise.
I definitely believe, like, I think even James Aspey says this. You can't always make them go vegan on the spot. It's about planting that seed. So the big points I'll always bring up at the start is we don't need to consume meat, dairy, or eggs to survive anymore.
Okay, that's a good point. Yeah. So you make a point of saying that. Okay. Yep.
And 260 million animals are being killed every day, and we don't need to eat them anymore. Why would we want to contribute to that industry if we don't need to?
Excellent.
And I'll ask if they've ever thought of that. Like, again, I've actually got a bit of a spiel that I've worked on. So Harry, rewind about 40 years, you're not a vegan. So I'll go up and be like, hey, how you going? And then I'll say something like, oh, this is pretty messed up, hey, and I'm like, do you know what it's about? And then, I didn't even know where this came from too, just doing it over and over again, it just happened. And I'm like, so we're pretty much here tonight raising awareness about what happens. You steal this off me too, go ahead. I mean, copyright now, just kidding. So, we're raising awareness about what happens to animals and animal agriculture before they reach our plate. They do it just like this. Calm, whatever. And then, yeah, so before they reach our plate. Because we don't need to consume meat, dairy, or eggs to survive anymore. So we're posing the question, if an animal doesn't have to die to keep us alive, why would we want to keep on eating them? And I'll actually, before that too, I'll be like, because most people care about animals, right? And I'll pause, we'll let them think and acknowledge that. So they've just gone, yep. And I'm like, so if we don't need to eat meat, dairy, eggs to survive anymore, why do we want to keep on consuming them? And then they'll always just like, well, you know, you'll get questions like evolution, blah, blah, blah. But then you get people like, yeah, okay, shit, I'm sorry. But you know, they're like thinking about it. And it plants that seed. Like, it's great. Like, you can get people to go vegan on the spot, which I've done before. But it's not always the goal. You don't want to argue with them or bash down on them because, can I speak a bit frankly? If you go up to somebody and they're being rude to you, okay, yeah, fair enough. It's, you know, they shouldn't. But if they're being an asshole and you respond and come across like an asshole back to them, they're not going to care that they're an asshole. They're going to know you were an asshole and treated them like crap, and they're going to walk away thinking you're an asshole. But if they're an asshole to you and you talk like I am now, and you're like, okay, I understand that, blah, 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 and they walk away being the only asshole in the situation, they're going to know it.
Oh, I love it. These are words of wisdom.
And they'll digest what you've said.
Yeah, these are good.
If people care about animals, and that guilty conscience will sink in, and you know, they might not go vegan. But I guarantee you, there's a million times more chance they're going to go vegan than that person you snap at.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
I've got the audience over here nodding in agreement, just astounded at what you just said. They're very impressed. Kathy says, up and coming James Aspey. I'll second that. Definitely.
Before I forget, the big thing too is, like, when I first went vegan, I had a lot of guilt because I was eating animal products, but I became vegetarian. And I was on the warpath for the first month or two, and I regret it because a lot of my family and people that knew me close were put off by it. Like my mum especially, I really wish she'd go vegan. And then I realized, I took a step back and I was like, what the hell? I wasn't like this when I was vegetarian. And then I became myself again, I suppose.
Right. Okay.
And when I do activism and stuff, it might be upsetting and all this sort of stuff. I might get emotional, want to get emotional. But I put my ego out of it because we're doing this for the animals. It might be hurting my feelings and stuff. But me overreacting, getting emotional and holding on to these horrible things and just getting a big punch on argument or whatever, that's hurting the animals. That's why we got to stay calm and rational and know our stuff. Know your facts. Back it up. If someone says something to me about health and I actually wasn't aware of, I haven't heard it before, I'm like, well, I don't know the answer. It's okay to say you're wrong. Because if you can admit that you're wrong about something, then they can feel comfortable admitting they might be wrong about something too. Because if we're vegans, if we think we know everything, and then everyone else thinks they know everything, we're never going to come to a conclusion. You know, I could be wrong about something. You know, I could be wrong about some health effects between meat or whatever, and if I get proven wrong, I'll take that on board. I'm not going to tell someone to go eating something that's going to kill them.
Yeah.
And vice versa, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wow. I don't even have a comeback because it's fantastic what you say. I'm very, very impressed. We've had a lot of comments. I didn't want to interrupt you because you're on such a roll there. It's fantastic. And as John, I'm just going to get the most recent comments because I have actually missed a few there, and they've been very positive, very supportive comments. John just said, "You have passion, man. You ooze it," and that is exactly right. If you watch any of Brian's speeches, he's like this. He just gets into the zone, and it's just like, man, I'm like, how do you wind down afterwards? lots of vegan food, probably. Kim says, I've been watching Ninja Warrior. Imagine a vegan Ninja Warrior champion next year.
That would be pretty
now, John asked a question earlier, which I noticed. It's gone off the screen. I noticed how he said, I was looking off screen at someone and had a smirk on my face. Who was I looking at?
One of the groupies just on my shirt.
It's one of Brian's groupies off screen that just swinging his shirt around. We are having a lot of fun here tonight. It's the most fun I've had sitting down in ages. And Debbie says, how do you deal with your loved ones that really don't get what you were doing? Another very good question.
Okay.
Yeah.
It does hurt. Don't get me wrong. To my mum, I'd say she's got health issues and stuff, and I really wish I'd taken on board. But sometimes you just got to step away, and it's something you can't do about it. You know, like at the moment. Because if you keep overloading someone or something, they're going to push it away. It's like, you know, someone might love sugar, but I guarantee if you give them 10 litres of Coke one day, they're going to feel sick. So it's like...
No, I got that.
I mean, I get that humans all care by nature, but a lot of us are selfish by nature too.
Yes.
I've noticed recently, read a lot of things too, like a lot of vegans, like you, they went vegan for health reasons.
Exactly.
Right?
Yes.
You've been vegan for 36 years?
37 years now.
37 years on the Brian now. And, so, yeah, like, if we can overload them and make them aware of it, but like, if they're doing it for the animals, sure, people care, but they're like, they don't realise they're not getting anything out of it at that point, you know? But if you step back, it's about planting seeds, especially with family people see all the time. Like, for example, my friend Meg, who's awesome, and then there's Denny Hansen as well. I've spoken to both of their mums, and they couldn't get them, well, I don't know, I could be getting my words wrong a little bit from what they've told me. They couldn't really get them opening up too much to veganism as much as they'd like. And after I spoke to them, a complete stranger who hasn't bombarded them with stuff or whatever it might have been, they actually, both of them messaged me saying they've got their mum's actually considering veganism or vegetarianism or something like that now. So they took that step.
Maybe you threaten to put them up on your shoulders or something.
If that worked, there'd be a lot of people in the air.
It could be a new technique of making people aware of the rights of animals.
But yeah, with family, sometimes you just got to chill out. Like if you just overload them, it's probably going to push them away even more. You want to inspire them, live your life to the best. I don't believe in posting graphic stuff on Facebook every single day. Once in a while, definitely. Because then when I look at your page, you're like, oh, cool, you're living your life, doing your thing, going to work, hanging with friends, whatever. And then all of a sudden, there's that post. But if you're putting that post online every single day, you're this person that's showing freaky animal deaths and stuff. They don't want anything to do with you. They're going to unfollow you, all that sort of stuff. They're never going to look at your social media, for example. If every time you see them, you're just talking about veganism, then you're going to hang out and they're just going to be like, what do we want? Like activists, right? I want people to be compassionate towards animals. So I've got to be compassionate towards them. I don't want them bombarding me with meat, bacon, or whatever, you know. So I can't bombard them because if they bombard me, I don't want anything to do with them. So if they, we got to practice what we preach. We want them because everyone's a victim. Even slaughterhouse workers, right? They're brought up in an industry where they think they're just making a living. It's the norm, or it's okay because it's legal. Something. It's the way they're brought up. You know, they're a victim too. Slaughterhouse workers. I saw a slaughterhouse speech recently from a worker.
From Josh Agman.
Yeah, okay. I never really thought of it that deeply. I felt bad. Like he's a vegan now, but for the rest of his life, he's got a picture that he's actually seen it. He's seen the animal getting its head cut off. Like, man, we all. If you haven't been a vegan your whole life, we've contributed to that industry just as much as we were funding that dude. You know. But I haven't seen these animals physically die in front of me, so I can cope. That poor guy is going to live with that for the rest of his life.
I believe, talking about with Josh Aglan, there's going to be, I think, on the coast maybe next month.
There's going to be the speciesism speech doing one with me. Well, on the same day as me. Yeah.
When and where is it?
It's being done through Coast to Coast, and my friends.
Yes,
That's
it's in August. It is in August.
Yes, I think it's the 22nd. Oh, okay, we could be wrong then. It's in August though, yeah.
Yes, I'll have to put a link to that. Yes.
Yeah, Coast to Coast.
So you'll be doing a speech there?
Yeah, my first one about species. So finally.
Fantastic. We completely went off track about setting up the Cube of Truth in.
Oh, sorry.
But so let's see if we can go back to there, because I'm very impressed with lots of people watching tonight and comments and all that. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. So you took your experience from doing the Cube of Truth here on the coast and in Brisbane.
Yep.
And you decided, let's do something in Toowoomba.
Yeah.
This is the first time it's been done.
First Cube of Truth, yes.
Yes, yeah.
So that all basically started with an opportunity my friend Jamie Coots from Toowoomba presented to me. She's beautiful. Hey, Jamie. And so yeah, she was running the Toowoomba Environmental Day speech, World Environmental Day in Toowoomba with other people.
Yep.
And she presented the opportunity to me, and I was like, straight away I was like, whoa. I haven't done a speech before. Like usually I'll just ramble and talk from the heart on the spot or whatever it is. But like preparing a speech, so I was scared. And then she's like, come on, Brian, do your thing. And I was like, after like 5 minutes thinking about it, I was like, yeah, for the animals, literally. I was like, all right. And I got all pumped up for it, and then I procrastinated.
So this was, hang on, so this wasn't the Cube of Truth, this was the World Environment Day?
Yeah, World Environment Day.
Well, yeah. That was earlier, that was only a few months ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, like maybe 2 months ago.
Yeah, okay. So that was on the spot that you did that speech?
No,
that was.
So I researched my cold hard facts leading up to it, because I really don't want to share anything wrong. And I was inspired a little bit by Cowspiracy, but I didn't take anything directly from Cowspiracy. I found my information elsewhere on non-vegan related sites, so I can just be really sure about it.
Ah, that's good.
The only thing I probably took from Cowspiracy was the amount of food that cow consume per day globally, which is 60 billion kilograms, which is 6 times what humans eat per day across the globe.
Was it 60 billion?
The world's cattle population eats 60 billion kilograms
of
plant food per day. Humans consume 10 billion kilograms of food per day.
Wow.
So that's something I'll bring up when people talk about plants have feelings and stuff. I'll be like, well, how much we're killing for cows.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so I got ready for that speech. And I procrastinated, except I learned the facts. I literally spent hours taking notes. Like, I'm not a bookworm. I might look like one because of glass water, but I'm not a bookworm. So I'm writing all these notes down and stressing. Well, not really stressing, I was writing the notes down. And then I procrastinated the speech structure to like 2 or 3 days before. And I'm like, oh God, the speech is in 2 or 3 days. Oh God. So I start trying to work on it, and then like for the last 24 hours, like anyone in high school would probably do, I'm like panicking, like, ah! And then I'm like, okay, this isn't working. So I wrote down some notes of like different topics I want to talk about, and, like different bullet points or whatever, like just 5-6 things. And I was like, okay, leading up to it, I'm like, okay, what do I do now? I'm gonna go up there and keep looking at this, trying to remember where I was. And then in the last minute, I was like, stop it, and I dropped it. And I just went up there and just went down.
And you went well too, because I watched the video and I thought that was quite a powerful speech.
Thanks.
And
I was terrified, but I still did it because it's for the greater good.
For the greater good. This is good. I think it's a really important thing that I'm going to say again, is that by shifting the focus away from it being about you, this really takes some of the pressure off, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So this is fantastic. There's a couple of comments come up there. John said the guys who work in slaughterhouses often suffer PTSD. Yeah. Andrew says, I find a great conversation technique is teaching people about food combining. If they start to practice, they will soon discover easiest way to food combine is to be vegan. Well, I've only ever thought of food combining as being vegan, obviously, but that's an interesting point. And Lisa says, I'd be interested to see a Cube of Truth in northern New South Wales around Byron or Lismore.
Somebody's been talking to me about that recently. One of my friends who started doing activism in the last few months. I won't say her name because I don't know if she wants anyone knowing she's doing it. Yeah.
That's all right.
But she's pretty passionate activist. She's going to be doing big things, but she wants to do one in the Lismore area. It's happening.
I probably know who you're talking about in any case, so that's cool. I'm sorry guys, there was a lot of comments that came up earlier.
Yeah, I think she just commented.
There was a lot of comments that came up earlier that we missed. So I did see one from Natalie saying something about she'd seen you in traffic or something like that, but not that was relevant, but I'm just sorry that...
Saw me in traffic.
Yeah, saw you in traffic today or something like that. But anyway, there you go. You've become as popular as people are picking you out in traffic. You've become as popular.
You can't miss this big vegan hippie camper van, I suppose.
That's a point. Okay, so how did you go getting the Cube of Truths set up in Toowoomba?
So I knew I was going there for the speech.
Yeah.
And then I was like, well, I'm driving all the way. I'm on a limited budget, so I try to do activism full time.
This is the other thing I want to just say there. You know, people can come up with a lot of different excuses as to why they can't help the animals. You know, from I don't have the talent still, I'm afraid to do it, and all the rest. But one of the amazing things I like about you is that you don't let restrictions be your excuses. So you're on a limited budget, but it's like, no, I'll find a way to do this. And I know it's important. And that is really, really, you know, because sure, if you're making however many thousands of dollars a week, you know, you can do it. But if you're not, then you're like, oh, I can't afford to do it. It's like, but no, I'm going to find a way. I'm going to get there. Or if I don't have the transport, I'm going to get somebody to get me there or something like that.
Or like my van troubles recently. My van, I don't know how much it's going to cost me to fix it. So I got a bike really cheap, and now it hasn't have to happen yet. I've been able to hitch a ride, but eventually I'm going to have to ride from like Gold Coast to Brisbane to do activism.
Now, what activist does that remind you of that had a van and then had to ride a bike?
Oh, God.
See? Exactly. That's right, isn't it? Yeah, James Ashby. I'm just thinking, wow, it's a similar thing. You're looking at sometime in the future, people are going to say they knew you before you were rich and famous. You saw it first on the Brian Hour. So you were already up there. So it was definitely a good combining of activities to try and get a cube.
So like I realised. Using expenses and stuff to get up there and kilometres in my van and whatnot. So I was like, I've got to make it worth it. I'm going to be there for a little while, so I've got to do more than just the speech. So I jumped on Toowoomba Vegans, a Facebook group, if you're from Toowoomba or want to go to Toowoomba and do activism because they're real keen on doing it now. Jump on the group, put your name out there. So yeah, I just teed it up, a few people putting their hands up, and we were going to do Toowoomba's first Cube of Truth. They didn't contact Anonymous with Voices, I probably should have, but it's okay. And yeah, we did, which Toowoomba's like a farming sort of area, as most people would know.
Yes.
And I was a bit nervous about that actually, but I was incredibly surprised. We had about 6 of us there. I'm really bad with names, so I'm not going to say names because if I forget 1 or 2 people, I'm going to feel bad. Had a lot of actually I want to say one name, had a lot of help from Matt. Let's see better names. Matt C. He is awesome, really passionate. One of the most passionate vegans I've probably ever met. He's on the ball. He wants to do big things. He's a great guy.
You also have my friend Dale there.
Yep.
She was there. Yeah. So how did it go?
Iris and a couple
How did it go?
So yeah, like I'm not even kidding. I was very surprised. So there's 6 of us there.
In an animal agriculture area.
Yeah, and within 10 minutes, and I was technically for about 80% of it, I was the only outreacher because the numbers were sort of limited. And within 10 minutes, I had 3 people saying they wanted to go vegan, and I've never
within 10 minutes
wanting to go vegan. That's like I'm open to I'm open to veganism now. They're like saying I want to go vegan. I might have been. It was like 5-10 minutes. It was like a really short amount, and I was just like,
yeah, that's impressive.
I was like cleaning my glasses, like, what just happened here? Like, this is Toowoomba. I think I've been here like twice in my whole life, and I hear about all the slaughterhouses and whatever around here. And these people already got vegan.
I've done markets in Toowoomba, so I know how amazing that is because I've dealt with the public there, and so that is amazing.
Yeah, we had so many people stopping and going, wow, and it was.
That is fantastic.
Oh, I couldn't believe, especially for that first one.
And how did you go? Because with the Cubes of Truth, often you have to organise it legally, so you've got police notification or police, what do you call it?
Council of Permission.
Approval. Yeah.
So we kind of dodged that bit. You know,
that's not necessarily the right way to do it.
It's not necessarily the right way to do it. But, like, it's not. I don't really want to promote anything bad on the Brian Hour, but like, so basically, I did get a police officer approaching us, and that was like a recent death or something in the police community there. But he's like, hey, look, I'm just letting you know that it's better you get council approval. So for next time, come along and do it. Shook my hands, like, oh, good, finish today. As long as you're not in anybody's way and stuff. So I think there's like a fine line. It's not really illegal, but there are like guidelines and rules and preferences.
Yes. Yeah.
So there are some areas where it's really at least try. You're not going to get arrested for just doing it. It's a calm, polite, respectful event. So you might get asked to move on. you can even just go to another suburb.
Mm-hmm.
There's even some rules, I think, in Brisbane, as long as you're moving, you can actually show signs. As long as you're moving, you don't need a permit.
Yes.
Yeah.
Phoebe, who I assume is from Toowoomba, said would love to join in next time in Toowoomba. That's where I'm from.
Fantastic.
That assumption was correct.
fantastic.
Yeah. And Serena from way south in Tasmania or Melbourne. I'm not sure which one you're in at the moment, but she says hello, Harry and Brian, and all watching. And Cherie says Lismore and Byron Cube. Yes, do it. Do it.
Yeah, Cherie.
Yes.
Hey, Katie.
So.
Yeah, so after we did the Cuba Truth, a lot of the people got really keen on doing more in the future. So we kind of planted that seed, and people hopefully keep doing it.
Excellent.
I think they want more help though, so just gotta keep. If you path for the people want to be activists, just keep pushing it, and that'll keep on happening. And that's where it starts.
So there is a good community up there because I know Mo from up there has pushed very hard to have the very large billboard on the side of the highway up there, the vegan billboard, which is fantastic. So it's amazing that how fast time flies sometimes when we're doing the vegan hour. We have less than 10 minutes to go, and we haven't even touched on
your vegan story.
On what?
Your vegan story.
No. Actually, my vegan story will happen later this year. The plans for that are around my birthday.
You got a host for it already?
I have several that are actually I don't know if it was shown on when I did the live stream with James Ashby. I don't know if it was filmed. This part of it was filmed or not, but he actually said he would love to interview me for it. I thought that would be amazing. However, he's so booked out that trying to organise it to fit in with the time of when I wanted to do it, which was around my birthday, would be a little bit difficult. So,
we get a holiday by buying these shirts.
I've actually got. Anyway, I have got somebody that put their hand up first last year and said they would love to interview me. So I think I'm probably going with that.
Okay, awesome.
And if that doesn't work,
co-host.
The Brian Hour. Okay, so. A couple of months ago in Brisbane there was an event. It was the against the slaughterhouse.
March to Close All Slaughterhouse.
Yes, MTCAS, March to Close All Slaughterhouse. Right. Is that you gave a speech there?
Yes.
Yes. That was one where
that was spontaneous.
That was spontaneous.
I was kind of planning a speech. Maybe took something from I don't know. But I didn't agree with the speech beforehand. It was a very aggressive approach.
Okay. Yeah.
I won't go into details.
There's no.
But after that, I was like, okay, I really disagree with this. I have to do something about it. And it was actually kind of funny. A couple of my activist friends, which is really weird, everyone came to me and was like, Brian, you've got to do something. I'm like, why me? So literally, he's like pushing me at the front because this guy was talking for ages. And I looked at him like, and he's like, all right. And he's like, oh, okay, well, anyway, I'll let someone else pick me up. And I took the mic, and I pretty much just tried to say the opposite of what he said. And a lot of people came up to me and really appreciated it, because a lot of people were really just, I'm not trying to put this guy down, he's a lovely human being, but a lot of people really disagreed with his methods.
Okay.
And then, I just did my speech. So that was my second public speech,
That was your second public speech?
Technically,
yeah. You've done
I did that little one at your potluck.
That's true. My vegan line.
I wish that was a video. I was pretty nervous for that.
Yeah. In fact, afterwards, somebody said, or maybe it was you, but somebody said, "Oh, we should have videoed that."
Yeah.
Was it you that said?
I think it might have. I think I assumed you would just put it.
At my vegan life, vegan luck. That was a couple of months ago. You did a quick speech there, and you were going like, "Yes, he's good. He's got a lot of passion." This is, so
I've been asked to do the World Environmental Day speech in the Sunny Coast next year.
Excellent.
And there's the Coast to Coast Animal Friends Species and speech.
Excellent.
I think there's one other. Oh yeah, and I'm going to do one to a vegan crew on the Sunny Coast soon about being an activist, which is one of the things I really want to do. I think vegans really need to be activists. Yeah.
Yes.
More of us.
I think I agree, but I also think that just the very act of being vegan, living a vegan lifestyle, is a form of activism, because it's a statement. It's we could sort of debate the pros and cons of that, but the audience agrees. Thank you. John says, had lots of laughs tonight. You've got no idea the amount of laughs we've had in here. We've had people running around, twirling shirts,
twirling my clothes around,
twirling clothes, and it's really funny to do this show and try to look at the camera and watch out the corner of my eye at some of the signals and the things that are going on over here. It's hilarious, and not tell you who that is over there. who will be on the show in the near future. Okay, so what I wanted to ask you in the remaining time we've got is some of your personal favourites. So as far as favourite vegan restaurants and
wow.
you know, maybe and.
My personal favourite vegan restaurants.
No, we didn't mean your favourite person. Your favourite person is over here. Hang on, we've got a couple of comments. John says, totally agree, Brian. If you tear down people's wall, they just build up stronger defences.
Yeah.
Spot on, well said, John. And Natalie says, and good evening, Natalie, how are you? Says, Brian has the cube of truth thought about doing something down at the Spit regarding the marine life at SeaWorld. Interesting.
That's a good.
Renee from the Cube of Truth did a protest at SeaWorld last year, and it was on Channel 7.
Yeah,
it was
might have been earlier this year.
Or might have been earlier this year.
There was one before that last year as well.
Where they actually went in. It's on. I think we shared the link to it.
It's on Channel 7.
It's on Channel 7. Yeah. They actually went into the show. And they pulled out banners and they interrupted the show.
Yeah.
So that was quite a big protest.
I actually had a private tour with the person who runs SeaWorld last year. The protest we did the before that, and it was a really interesting experience. I don't support SeaWorld, don't get me wrong. But he asked us to come through. And a lot of activists, they put that wall. No, he's offering us a free tour. Like we get to sit behind the scenes, have a chat with him, whatever that might be. Yeah. So that's the thing, we put your ego aside, like, cool, we've got an opportunity now to converse with someone who runs SeaWorld and see behind the scenes. And me and 5 other fantastic activists took on that opportunity. A couple of activists were annoyed at me. You know what? I don't care. I'm doing this with animals, not to keep them happy. Right?
Okay.
So that's the thing. I'm like, you might have disagreements with people, but like, just because everyone's not your best friend or whatever, most people are lovely. If someone's not your best friend, so what? You're doing it for animals, you're doing it for them. So that's why I'm going to keep going to events even if somebody hates me. As long as my methods work, keep on going.
Yeah, I love it.
So, good philosophy. Trevor from SeaWorld, he gave us a tour. Yeah. And everyone's seen Blackfish. And I actually did not realise that SeaWorld Australia is not affiliated with SeaWorld's overseas. It's just a brand name matchup. Right. So it's the lesser of two evils, is what I'm trying to say. Right, yes. There are things in the Australian SeaWorld I disagree with, but they don't keep whales, stuff like that. Yeah. So I look at it as it's a lot less of a exploitation. It's still exploitation.
It's still exploitation.
It's still unnecessary.
Yeah.
But it's very interesting going through there. And protesting is still good. Like, it still needs to close down. Like, keeping animals in captivity is just not right.
Just before, I'll interrupt you there, just before this comment disappears, Queenie says being vegan is the minimum you can do, exactly. Yeah. Eating plants doesn't save animals. Dismantling speciesism and abolishing animal use saves animals. Well said.
I've got a view about that. Some people might not agree with, but I'm just going to say it. Vegans are fantastic. I said this in my speech at the March to Global Slaughterhouses. But the thing is, we're not contributing to evil anymore. That's like the baseline. That's just the right thing to do. Activists are actually getting out there and doing something.
Yeah, okay. Yep. So I take back what I said earlier. Being vegan is not enough. It is a Brian hour. What would I know?
You're great for being a vegan. You're great for being a vegan. But like, I'm living proof that you can overcome anxiety and stuff, or at least challenge it. Just hold a sign, go walk for the voiceless, stand in the back, hide behind me. You know, I'll be if you come to do veganism,
there's a lot of him to hide
I'll be your human shield. Hey, I swear on my life, if you can come hide behind me, telling me this person's offended you, I'll back you up just like that. So yeah, it's for the animals at the end of the day.
Actually, we hire him at the Cube of Truth as the muscle in case we have some lunatic that decides to. Yeah,
and I absolutely hate conflict, but
But I see how quickly you stand up for the rights of others, animals and people. I've seen it several times now. How quick! So for someone that hates conflict, you don't back down. It's really, really impressive. Jolene says for the animals, yes, and Silly says, hi Harry, it's great what you were doing. It's great what Brian's doing on the Brian Hour. I think that's... So talking about that, we are coming up to nearly running out of time.
Really quick?
Please, this is what
for activism? Yeah. Okay, I guess some vegans might not agree with what I said a moment ago, but give it a go before you knock it. Don't trust, and then try a couple of different events too. There's so many different forms of activism. There might be ones that are too extreme, and then there might be ones that are softer. Give it a crack before you knock it. At least try it. Just hold that sign. Stand there, hold that sign, and say good day to me. I'll give you a hug. Let's go.
Yes, that's true. He gives everyone hugs. He's sort of like me, but a hell of a lot bigger. So Cherie says, you're living, breathing vegan life, Harry. You're 200% more than just vegan. Thank you. That's a very nice thing to say.
I agree.
Very nice compliment. We've had a lot of fun tonight, haven't we, audience? Yes. I told them to stay quiet, so they're not saying anything.
It's always fun on the Brian Hour.
It's always fun on the Brian. We've had a lot of fun. I hope that in the serious aspects, if you've taken something from this, that you can, as you've said, you can even just hold a sign. You can just do something to create awareness, so that we create more of a vegan world, and the change keeps growing, because the change is happening.
Definitely.
I wanted to ask you that before we go. How do you find in the short time you've been vegan the amount of change? Are you seeing rapid growth? What do you feel?
From the people around me, the vegans?
From the way the world is going?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like all the vegan products on shelves taking up space where non-vegan products used to be. That's a massive thing.
It is, isn't it? I like that point. Taking up space where non-vegan products used to be. Excellent.
That's why, like Woolworths and stuff might sell, meat, dairy, and eggs, but now they're selling more vegan products than they did before.
So let's take that as tonight's theme, and we'll close on that. Let's be vegans that take up space personally where non-vegans used to be. Word. Okay. So thank you very much, everyone, for joining us on what has been on episode 25 of the Brian Hour. Used to be called the Vegan Hour, on Tuesday, July the 18th. Next week, it's all about, well, Scott Wallace is a vegan scientific advisor. Yeah. So it's all about the environment, and Scott he lectures at universities and schools and that. So he's joining me next week to talk about the environmental aspect of veganism. There, I almost said that smoothly, not. So that's next week for episode 26, Tuesday, July the 25th. So until then, guys, live vegan and save lives. Thank you, my man, for being on the show. And have a great week, guys, and thank you, audience over there.
Go activists.
And do what you can to help the animals. Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.